This is for the guys that have a fear of rejection with asking a woman out. So if you are in a position right now where you feel like you're being rejected or you fear rejection, that's okay. That's completely normal. But what is necessary for you to do is to take a risk.
I am 41 years old, single, without kids, living in a van outside my mom's house.
So a couple of weeks ago, a guy approached me. Of course, I did what all girls do. Assumed he was a sexually charged pig, screams, "I have a boyfriend!" before he could even get a word out. Rolled my eyes, threatened to call the cops, and immediately relocated to a different spot in the coffee shop just so I could post a TikTok about it.
Perfect. This woman just demonstrated the exact reason why men have stopped approaching. She literally admits to calling the cops threat before the guy even spoke, then has the audacity to make content complaining about it. This is the modern woman's playbook. Treat every man like a predator, then wonder why men avoid you like the plague. You can't weaponize harassment accusations and then cry about loneliness. Pick one.
Why does a man stare at you but never approach you?
You need to be approaching men because they will not approach you. It's up to us to decide which men we want to date.
Listen to this entitlement. She wants men to do all the work of approaching while she sits back like a queen selecting from her options, but she also wants the power to destroy any man who approaches incorrectly. It's the perfect system for women, all the benefits, none of the risk. Men take all the social and legal consequences while women get to play victim either way.
When did men stop tricking on women? At what point did somebody sit you down and tell you that men are the prize? Who sat you down and told you that? Who sat you down and told you that it's lame to want to provide for a woman? It's lame to want to please her. It's lame to want to marry a woman and pay bills.
Men are so dumb.
Today is day 1 of getting railed by 365 people in 365 days.
Yes, I am dating you for money. I want your money, yes.
She typically somebody that's your type?
No.
Finally, some honesty. At least this one admits what every red-pilled man already knows. Modern women see relationships as financial transactions. She's literally saying the quiet part out loud that most women won't admit. Dating is just prostitution with extra steps and monthly payments instead of hourly rates.
Why is that?
I'm gonna have to agree with Kevin over here. She does look like the type of woman to be on boat parties, things like that. And yeah, I just don't like that type of look. I don't want other people looking at us and saying, "Oh, look where he's dating." I don't want parents to look at me and be like, "Oh my God, that's his wife."
A man said he's proud of me because of how good I swallow.
I have never spit, okay? I swallow every fucking time.
Like, okay, I have 3,000 bodies. Like, I kid you not. I have, like, look at me in my eyes when I was speaking to you, bro. I have, like, 3,000 bodies, bro. And it's just in and out. Like, it's just work. Gotcha. It's just work.
29-year-old who is unemployed and has very little money to her name.
Guys are scared to talk to girls now. Even if they see someone, they might not want to approach you. Like I'm
gonna say something super controversial and you do not have to agree with it. But first and foremost, men don't go up to women anymore because you guys call them pervy, weirdo, and all this stuff. And you guys scream at the top of your lungs you hate men. So if men aren't approaching you, I can see why.
One woman with a functioning brain cell. She gets it. When you spend decades telling men they're toxic, creepy, and unwanted, don't act surprised when they stop trying. You created a society where approaching women is social death, then wonder why men have checked out.
And one more fucking thing. I hate when people make it seem like I'm fucking crazy for asking for the bare fucking minimum. I'm not asking for $1 million fucking dollars. I'm not asking you to fucking plaster me on fucking billboards. All I asked was for a call or a text. Fucking communication. That's all I fucking asked for.
I like guys who just don't want to date me, really.
Totally. I feel like I was the same way. Like, I always went after dudes who, like, just were unavailable, and, like, sometimes I'd win them over, and I'm like, ooh, this is what I need. I have a
0% success rate. Like, I'm not.
No, but you don't need to win them over.
I know, that's the thing, and I don't want to play the games either, but then it's like, by the time I figure it out, I'm already, like, obsessed with him.
What I wanted to say was the reason why I go to Walmart and look for girls, because I know I'm going to get rejected. So why am I paying $30 to go to the club just to get rejected when I can just go to Walmart and get rejected for free? It costs $30 to get in the club. Walmart is free entry.
This man has cracked the code. He's figured out that rejection is guaranteed either way, so why pay premium prices for it? This is peak male adaptation to a broken sexual marketplace. When the game is rigged against you, at least play it efficiently. Walmart rejection costs $0. Club rejection costs 30 plus drinks plus Uber.
I have these young girls who, like, we're friendly with. Beautiful, smart. They went out one night. They told me where they went. They went here for dinner. They went there for drinks. Not one guy came over to them. Not one. Anywhere. How is that possible? That would never happen when I was growing up.
Just shoot your shot. I mean, honestly, what do you actually have to lose? Just do it.
This is my opinion about the whole controversy of guys hitting on girls in the gym and if it's acceptable or not. Okay, so you know those weird dudes that say raunchy shit to you and you're just, like, disgusted, but then if it's the right dude that says it, it's appropriate? That's it.
Excuse me, are you using that?
Sorry, it's push day, not talk to girls day.
Sitting out here struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me. They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there. As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down.
Why is it that every single guy I've given my number to, except for one, maybe two, since I started dating at the beginning of the summer, from me going up to them, I swear to God, I just went to Chipotle after the gym, immediately make eye contact with this guy. He was very good looking. I could tell that he was interested in me, and I could tell he was looking at me for a long time. When I walked in, he was checking out, so he should have been leaving. I go in line. He circled the block and went to use the bathroom, and I could see him in the reflection of the Chipotle, like, thing. I could see him looking at me from behind. I also was wearing gym shorts, so he might have just been looking at my ass. Anyway, he goes in the bathroom, and then he sits and waits for me to finish ordering, checking out. Just come up and fucking say something, bro. Like, what are you guys worried about? Rejection?
I divorced my high school sweetheart after 5 years of marriage and 4 babies, and I recently started dating.
Yo, I don't see the point of approaching women or bagging women. There's no point unless you know. The only way you get her is if you already know she's into you.
So what if you're out somewhere and you find an attractive woman, you're not going to go up to her?
There's no point.
Why?
Because they choose. There's absolutely no point of, what do you mean how?
But how do you know you're not chosen if you don't go up to her?
You don't have to go up to her. When a woman wants what she wants, she shows you that she wants it.
Not all women do that.
All y'all looking at the camera, lie and say y'all don't. These women listen, there's dudes that don't gotta do nothing but breathe. Hey, I think you're so handsome. I think you're this. Women will come up to them.
Guys will be like, I'm sorry, I just have a lot on my plate right now. And it'll literally just be like their job and, like, I don't know, a pickup hockey league they play in once a week. Yeah, that's fair. No, totally. Don't text me back. It's fine.
Last night I went out with a couple friends and we were sitting outside watching a concert, and we were just talking about how men never approach women. And I get it, it's nerve-wracking, it's uncomfortable, it could be like severe rejection, all these things, but it's frustrating when it feels like women have to do all of the work.
Need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck. Study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire data set, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before,
ever. They actually went into the reasoning behind these men not going and speaking to women, and I believe the list was scared of rejection, scared of like an HR response or being reported or Me Too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore was also one of the many answers that men gave on the list of reasons why they no longer approach women. So it's interesting out there.
We have that shoot with the 20 men.
With the 20 men.
Yeah. Is that okay? I mean, it is part of my job, so.
Girls gotta do it. Girls gotta do it.
And then Friday is Sean Dam. Yeah, big chocolate man. Said he'd take care of me, so.
All right, everybody, we'll see you.
All right.
I've learned that my type is boys that don't want me. And it's fucking aggravating. Like, why the fuck is that my type?
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men?
I'm looking for a man to help me put together some furniture because I was not designed to do this. I'm a hot girl, not a builder.
Well, I have had experiences similar to this where especially it's strange when you're in a group of girls who are skinny and a man will come up and introduce himself to all of my friends and literally say nothing to me and act like I wasn't there.
Rejected.
That is so fucking weird. Do not do that.
Why do men not understand hints in the slightest way possible? Okay, what happened to men being able to pick up on signals when women fancy them? Okay, I'm not making this 10-second eye contact for you to just walk out the room and pretend I don't exist.
What you just witnessed is the complete collapse of intersex dynamics in real time. Modern women have created an impossible paradox that's destroying their own dating prospects, and they're too narcissistic to see it. Here's the brutal reality. Women spent the last 2 decades systematically destroying male confidence through Me Too, toxic masculinity narratives, and social media shaming. They turned every male approach into a potential harassment case. They made it clear that male attention is unwanted unless it comes from the top 10% of men. Then they act confused when men stopped playing a game they can't win. These women want to be approached, but only by men they find attractive. They want men to be mind readers who can somehow know in advance whether their approach will be welcome or result in a police report. They want the romance and excitement of being pursued, but they also want the power to destroy any man who pursues incorrectly. The statistics don't lie. Nearly half of men under 40 haven't approached a woman in a year. 60% of young men have given up entirely. This isn't because men became cowards. It's because women made approaching them a high-risk, low-reward proposition for average men. Think about the risk-reward calculation from a man's perspective. Best case scenario, she's interested and you get a number that leads nowhere because she's talking to 15 other guys simultaneously. Worst case scenario, you're publicly humiliated, potentially lose your job, get put on social media as a creep, or face actual legal consequences. Meanwhile, women are left wondering why they feel invisible and unwanted. The answer is simple: you got exactly what you asked for. You wanted men to leave you alone, and they did. You taught them that male attention is harassment unless it comes from Chad, so average men stopped giving you attention. You can't have it both ways. The funniest part is watching women try to shame men back into approaching them. They're realizing that a world where men don't approach is a world where they have to face their actual market value instead of being artificially inflated by constant male validation. Without men boosting their egos through approaches, compliments, and attention, they're discovering they're not nearly as desirable as social media made them believe. This is evolutionary psychology in action. Women are designed to be selective, but they've become so hyper-selective that they've priced themselves out of their own market. They've created a system where only the most attractive, wealthy, or desperate men will risk approaching them. Everyone else has adapted by either going overseas, buying robot girlfriends, or simply checking out entirely. The truth is that this system benefits no one except the top-tier men who can afford to play by these rules. Chad doesn't care about your harassment threats because he knows you want him to approach. Average men can't afford the social costs, so they've gone their own way. And women are left confused about why they're lonelier than ever despite having more power than ever. You reap what you sow.